Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Get the Belt podcast. I am your host, Myles Hart, and this is home of Melanin Magnificence and Kingdom of Belts, where what any motherfucker can get it. Welcome back, guys. How y'all doing? It's been a minute. I know I say that every 4 or 5 episodes I'll take this little break, but life has been lifing, as we all know. Shit has been really going down. And I've been busy and I haven't been as dedicated as I want to be. I've got to keep it real with you guys. I really should have brought some water to this motherfucking room. But c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I've actually got some new mugs and they're going to be available to purchase on the website. 2 different versions. One that just a cute little white mug with the black logo like you can see here on the light behind me, which is lit. And then another one of my face with the logo on it, like the browns, the nudes, very cute little mug, along with other things to come. But yeah, stay tuned. Oh, it's good to be back. It really is good to be back. As you can see, I've not got a guest with me this week, but I'm hoping that next week I'm having someone really quite special. Someone that is very known in the LGBTQ community, in the black LGBTQ community. But I'm not going to say who. But very much connected with Black Pride. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to say any more, guys. Okay? I'm not going to say any more. But if you know, you know. Right. So, I ain't got time to be here for 12 years. So, let's get right into it. Let's start with Word of the Week. So my word of the week this week is a mantra that I need us to all have. And if you can, I want you to say it in the morning, first thing when you wake up, after you've had a little pull of your vape, or better yet, before you have a pull of your vape, before you have that coffee. But as soon as you get out of bed and you get to yawning and you take that first breath, I want you to try and remember to say this. I am that nigga and I am that bitch. Shout out to Duran Bernard, who's got a song loosely the same. Obviously, if you're one of my white listeners, don't say that. For my white listeners, you guys can say, I am that wigger. Not use that word in a minute. But yeah, you guys can say, I am that wigger and I am that bitch. Because too frequently we get up, or I get up, and I don't remind myself that. And I just think about all the things I've got to do in that day. And I can see it as a weight on my shoulders. A weight on my whole being. And normally I love a weight on my being, especially if it's from the back. Ooh. Ooh. But no, it can be an overwhelming kind of weight. So off the jump, before I've even, washed my ass in the shower and stepped out my yard, I'm already oh fuck, I've got to do this, I've got to get to rehearsals, I want to go for a run, and then I want to get to the gym, and then I've got to do this, and I've got to send that email, and then I'm gagging, and not for the right reasons. So, if before you think of all the things you've got to do, all the things that you might not think you're going to do, if the first thing that you say to yourself is, I am that nigga and I'm that bitch, because I'm ready to do what needs to be done, but also I'm ready to do what needs to be done, typing my things, writing the things, all aspects of being human, that's me. All aspects of being a boss bitch, of being gangster, of being professional, of being dedicated. That's me. I'm that nigga. I'm that bitch. That's me. How Issa Rae, I don't know if you guys ever watched Insecure. How she would be yo, in the mirror, yeah, that's me. I've got this. Hey, I'm not even trying to rap today. But if you can just wake up and say, I'm that nigga. I'm that bitch. Like I said, that goes out to my black people then. That's your mantra. But just wake up in the morning and first thing, speak it out loud, speak it into existence, and state and claim that you the shit, basically. And then allow the rest of the day to take place in your head. Because if the first thing that you have in your head at the top of the day is something that is empowering you and reinforcing the real bad bee, the real the real icon that you are, then the rest of it, it follows suit. You've already set the precedent for the rest of your day, and that's how you're going to boss it. And sometimes bossing it means making smart decisions. And sometimes a smart decision is actually, you know what, I can't do that today, but I've got time to do it tomorrow, so I'm going to do that. Or you know what, I was going to go for a half an hour run, but it'd be smart to do a 20-minute run, so I still get it in, but I got that 5 minutes to make that extra 10 minutes, so when I go home, I can do this and that and be at this next destination on time, ready to kill it there. Like, smart isn't always full out and everything. Smart sometimes means doing less. But yeah, that is this week's word of the week. Right, it's now time for us to just catch up. And when I say us, I mean me, because this is not live. And you're here for me, because this is my show. And I'm going to tell you how things have been and what I've been doing and things of that nature. First of all, wellness check-in. Yeah, we like a wellness check-in. I need to see my therapist because it's actually been a few months. We were taking a little break, and then I was like, she said, I'll hit you up because, I feel like things are really getting to you, and we were doing really well, and then we started to space them out, the sessions out, because I didn't feel like you really needed it. But I feel like we're getting to a place, Myles, where I need to see you more regularly now because, yeah, that didn't happen. So I'm a bit shook and need to message her ASAP so we can get down the roll. Otherwise, I've been good. I recently signed to a new PR agency. They're called Nice Things PR. Follow them on Insta. They're great. They are also representing a few of my friends. Romeo London. We were taken by Nice Things PR to the Michael Jackson musical premiere, the red carpet event, and we got papped and we drank and there was after party and it was all cute. Emmanuel Akwafo, who's been on the show, actor, very talented actor and funny boy, follow him on TikTok. But we were taken to the Say Your Mind live podcast show by Kelechi Okafor, again another good friend of mine. She's been on the show, and we went to go and see her live show, which was incredible. And yeah, the energy in the room was so great, but it was great in so many ways. And one of those ways was actually sadness. A lot of people were sad, and I felt emotional quite a lot. And it wasn't just because it was coming to an end. I had my own inner monologue with myself and in a conversation with myself where I was like, ooh, I can see how my sis has birthed this project, upkept the project and delivered and birthed it and developed it and shown it to all of us and expressed so much through this project, being Say Your Mind, the podcast. And she's grown as a person through that and through just life. And now that podcast, that journey has come to an end. Its season is done. And she was like, yeah, it's time for me to go somewhere else because I'm a different person now. And it just made me think about my show. And I was like, oh, do I still need to be doing Get the Belt? Because, we started about the same time. But I'm reminded, yes, I may not be as fiery and as ready to go and fight as I used to be. When I first started this in my mid-20s, I'm 32 now. I'm a lot more chill than I used to be. But I still spark a nigga out. I will still want smoke with people that are being cunts, and if they're clearly doing something either just dumb, racist, homophobic, I'm still on smoke when it comes to that thing or that kind of confrontation. So I was like, yeah, no, it's not time for Get the Belt to finish just yet. We've still got some things to do. The tone of my show, I definitely think, has changed quite a lot. But that's because I'm growing with the show, and the show, I guess, is kind of grown with me, and it still stands for the same things. It's just different. So when the things that it stand for change, or I just feel like I've outgrown this way of doing it, then it'll be my time to do my last ever episode or live show or whatnot. But for now, we're still here. But that was really great. Like I said, I went to the Olivia Awards. I was invited also by Nice Things PR. They took me there. But I ended up sitting with my boyfriend in his box, even though my seats were better. Yeah, my seats, I didn't have to twist up my neck to see the stage. We didn't have to really twist up too much like I did when I went with the Book of Mormon last year. But I definitely was sitting like direct with my seats, and his seats were a bit more like to the left with the neck a little piece. But we still had a great view. But yeah, like I said, I was dressed by D&G, Dolce and Gabbana. I don't know what the next part of that lyric is. I've been singing it wrong my whole life. Don't judge me. But yeah, I was dressed by Dolce and Gabbana, which was lit. So shout out to Nice Things PR and Dolce and Gabbana for styling and dressing me. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it's Lesbian Visibility Week. I really wanted a bad bitch black lesbian to come on my show this week, but the two that I know personally weren't able to make it. But I'm, like I said, next week's special guest is not here this week, of course, but she definitely a lesbian, honey, and I can't wait to have her on here. But it would have been nice to have a little lesbian on the show. So shout out to all you black lesbians, all the lesbians, period, that are listening or watching this episode. So shout out to you, because I've got so many questions about things. Like, obviously I know lesbians, and I've interacted with them, and I've got like one or two like lesbian people that I'm cool with, but not like homies that like are in my life every single day. So it's a part of my community that I'm not that familiar with. And with that being said, I'm actually going on Tutu's podcast. Woo. I've been invited to go onto their show. So I'm excited to kick it with them and ask the questions. Now, one of the questions I really wanted to ask when I go on that show is like, how do you as lesbians define whether you fucked someone or not? Like, because obviously, with man on man, like, it's a lot more easier. Like, if like you put your dick in his anus, like if you put your dick inside his anus, then you fucked. Like, just because you sucked his dick, or you guys kissed, or you guys rubbed you guys rubbed each other's dicks together and was, smacking them like this. That's not sex. You wouldn't fuck them. Like, you did bits. Do you know what I mean? But I don't actually know, like, what it is, like, what it takes for a lesbian to be like, oh, no, yeah, we fucked. Or, like, we did bits, but we fucked. Like, is it scissoring? Is it someone needs to get a strap on? Or is it just, is it eating out? Like, I don't know. So I'm excited to finally answer that question. And I'm excited to just sit and talk with two young black women out here with their own podcast, doing the thing, normalizing their lesbian shit, their black shit, and just being unapologetically them also. So that's going to be fun to see and to be a part of, and I'm excited for that. I'm trying to think what else I need to tell you about my week. Well, the last couple of weeks, I also definitely need to say shout out to all the guests that have been on so far, like especially since I've been on YouTube. But most definitely, that last video that is on TikTok, well, is on every platform. But the last video where Nushin was given the belt and he said about Sill It Bang, you guys really liked that, and I was low key shocked because I've had guests come on here and say things. I've said some shit on there, but there was something about that video that had the girls gagged, honey, and not just my listeners, like. I'm talking it low. It didn't go viral like that, but it was on like 32,000 views the last time I saw, with bare comments and people that I ain't never seen listen to the show before that was cracking up, or like they were just living for it. So shout out to you, Nusha, for that belt that you gave last week, or 2 weeks ago, last episode. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm good. Your boy's good. I'm back on the gym. I'm back doing my runs because summer is coming. Summer is really and truly coming. And I was looking at pictures of me from not last summer, but the summer before, and I was really making women nervous, men nervous too. And I look good. You ever have them pictures that you see of yourself from a few summers ago, and them summers, while you were taking the picture, you were like, I'm not really where I want to be. And then you get to today, the here and now, and you look back and you think, rah, I was actually a god. It was giving elite. It was giving cherry on the pie. It was giving icing on the cake. It was giving dick in the butt. But for real though, have you ever seen a picture where you like, oh my God, to think I didn't think I was the shit. And now that own picture of you is your own fitness goals, to be like that again. If that ain't a reminder to know that, again, this is echoing back from Word of the Week. If that's not a reminder that every day when you wake up, you are actually that bitch. And you just don't know it. And we just need to remind ourselves and believe it, because there will come a day where you look back and be like, oh, nah, I was actually lit then. But why didn't I tell myself? Because I really could have really walked in that walk instead of wanting to walk in that walk now, when I could have walked in that walk then. I digress. But yeah, I'm good. Right, let's get into the show. And it's now time for Melanin Magnificence. So my Melanin Magnificence this week goes out to a woman by the name of Jessikah Inaba. Now, she is the UK's first black female blind barrister. Now, according to media, and she even quoted the media, that because of her being black and blind, and on top of that female, that she broke what is so called a triple glazed glass ceiling. All I know is that to become a barrister is years of studying, years of books, years of research. So all of those years without eyes, I've been trying to read the same book for the last 9 months, if not more, if not a year. And both of my eyes are in good condition, and I still can't get through to it. So to be a whole blind person, babes, she said in an interview she doesn't see anything. She said, lightness confuses me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see shapes, colours, light, dark, none of it. So for her to have gone through all of that training, all that research, all of that reading, and qualify, and now be the UK's first ever black British female blind prime minister. One day, first black blind female barrister. I can't do nothing but applaud. You inspire me to even just finish a goddamn book, Jessikah. So well done. Shout out to you for letting your magnificence shine, no matter what the fuck was holding you back. The colour of your skin, the fact that you were female, the fact that a bitch couldn't see. And you sitting there in your get up, the little wigs that they still wear. That made me proud. I thought, wow, yeah. And this is no pun intended, but they say, you know what, if you can't see it, then you can't be it. Bitch! My girl Jessikah couldn't see shit and she became it. So even that whole rhetoric, I don't even agree with. Because Jessikah couldn't see nothing. And here she is, sitting pretty as the UK's first black British female blind barrister. That's Melanin Magnificence right there if I did see. So yeah, Melanin Magnificence goes out to you, Jessikah. Congratulations. And wow. Off the back of that, I would like to say, if you guys have a Melanin Magnificence that you want to give, or you know someone that deserves a shout out, please send in an email to us at contact@getthebeltpod.com, where I can read them out and share their Melanin Magnificence with all the listeners here in America, India, girl. I got people listening out in Nigeria too. I even had some in Australia, which is kind of lit still. But yeah, do send them in to us. I'd love to hear and read out your suggestions. Right. It's time for the pop culture segment of my show. The news segment, if you would like to call it. And that is MylesMeasures, where I'm talking all the tea and all the things, honey. Let's get into it. So, let's start with this beef. I really do wish I had a glass of water because the way my throat. Let's get into MylesMeasures this week. Right, so I want to start with something that had happened here in the UK, in my industry, the performing arts industry. Let's talk about Romeo and Juliet. Okay, Romeo and Juliet is a fictional, as in not real, as in made up, as in never happened, never existed, imagination, fictional piece of theatre allegedly written by Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet. The same way The Little Mermaid is fictional. Yeah? Not real. Not real. This play has been done countless times. And it's actually, despite what people may believe, has been played by many different races in the past. However, this particular company, Romeo and Juliet, which is going to be playing in London, put on by Jamie Lloyd Co., I think their name is, the Jamie Lloyd Company, announced that they were going to be having, let me go on to there, what's his name? Tom Holland, who everyone knows, and I, for some reason, I'm familiar with the name, but don't really know who that is. But I know that he's very famous and has a lot of leverage and, Tom Holland, everyone's gagged over it. Lit for him. Lit. And another actress by the name of Francesca Amewudah-Rivers. That's Francesca Amewudah-Rivers. And she's a black girl. Tom Holland is white. And she's playing Juliet and he playing Romeo. And the Instagram account for this production, Romeo and Juliet, posted this, their press, we're coming, this is our cast, this is our Romeo, this is our Juliet. And so did the Jamie Lloyd company who are, making the show. And this is important because it ties in later. The Jamie Lloyd company are the company behind, the producers behind Sunset Boulevard, which starred Nicole Scherzinger, a woman of colour as well. She's not black, I don't think, like black characters, but she's not a white girl. She's a coloured woman. Lead role, yeah. So I can see that I don't know much other works that this company, Jamie Lloyd Company, have done other than this Romeo and Juliet, which is yet to come, and Sunset Boulevard, which at the Oliviers won many, many, many awards. Best Actress in a Musical, Nicole Scherzinger picked that up, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so the Jamie Lloyd Company posted that, we've got This Is Our Next Show, lit. That's when the racism started to come out. And this young actress by the name of Francesca was subject to so much hate. I scrolled a few of the comments before they got turned off, and there were things like, she's a gorilla, she's so ugly, not my Juliet, this is disgusting, she's not meant to look like that, all so much abuse. I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff that was on there because a lot of it was a lot worse than that. Now, what they did was disable the comments. Fair. And then I think it took a couple of days and then they posted a statement. And I'll read it out to you. Following the announcement of our Romeo and Juliet cast, there has been a barrage of deplorable racial abuse online directed towards a member of our company. This must stop. We are working with a remarkable group of artists. We insist that they are free to create work without facing online harassment. We will continue to support and protect everyone in our company at all costs. Support and protect. Any abuse will not be tolerated and will be reported. Bullying and harassment have no place online, in our industry, or in our wider communities. Our rehearsal room is full of joy, compassion, and kindness. We celebrate the extraordinary talent of our incredible collaborators. The Romeo and Juliet company will continue to rehearse with generosity and love and focus on the creation of our production. The Jamie Lloyd Company. Comments off. Now, I can't remember why, but I don't know whether you know, but there is an agency called Curtis Brown. Now they're like one of the big boys. Like they represent everyone from like the Receipts podcast. Shout out to the girls. To, you know, some of your biggest actors like Ivano Turco. And I don't remember or not, I think Francesca. Yes, Francesca is also represented by Curtis Brown. And they represent your Bridgerton actors, the big boys, everyone. So when this all happened and they put out their statement, but never told us exactly what was being done, never showed us what was being done, and the radio silence from everyone was a bit overwhelming, people got mad. And I want to shout out, and I really should have given Melanin Magnificence as well, to my girl Tamara Lawrence, another bad boy actress out there. Google her, Tamara Lawrence, British girl. She saw this and I saw her in the comments like, are you man not gonna stick up for our girl, Francesca? Because all of this support and protect. But all we can see that you've done is turn off the comments. People are still talking about it on Twitter. You know, what measures are going to be put in place to make sure that these people don't go to the rehearsal space or don't go to the theatre and continue this? Nothing was being done. And so she actually created a petition to bring like attention to this and a call for these people that is the Jamie Lloyd Company, Curtis Brown, and there was someone else as well. I think it was the theatre itself that this show was going to go into, to do something about it and to actually speak up more than they have done so already. And so I signed that petition. Many people did, including another actress that doesn't reside in the UK called Viola Davis. Now, Viola actually went online and said, this is disgusting. Like, not standing for it. I'm here for you, Francesca. My thing is, yeah, and I know this isn't Get the Belt, the segment where I'm cussing people out, but if I need to cuss, I'm gonna cuss because this is my show. Yeah, is the fact that this Jamie Lloyd Company have obviously had a lot of success from their last show, where a coloured woman also was leading the role. And brought the goods and delivered. And they've got another girl doing it this time. And I have no doubt that this show's going to go on and be a success. I hope it is. Despite the bullshit that's been happening. But I just do not think that a statement that doesn't actually address or highlight how they are protecting or what is actually being done to further protect Francesca, or anyone in their company, but specifically Francesca, because this is who it was all targeted towards, all the racism and all the hate online. I don't think it's enough just to post, oh, we're going to be there and do nothing about it. Especially when the outroar and the outpour of support and frustration and anger towards the company, towards the agent, which to this day, Curtis Brown haven't said or done anything about it. Not done, not tweeted, not a story, not nothing. Everyone's just turned off their comments on anything to do with the show, so no more discussions can be had. But I feel like discussions do need to be had. And the fact that you've got a big, you know, award-winning actress like Viola Davis on the other side of the world, talking about it, but all you man have been quiet, to me is quite alarming. Now, some people have said, oh, we don't know, maybe Francesca doesn't want things to be said, maybe she doesn't. We don't know what she wants. We don't. No one can speak for Francesca other than Francesca. However, we as a black community, we as black actors, and I say we black because, like I said, I went live before this and I told you guys, I'm black too. Yeah. I'm black too. I might be mixed race, but bitch, I'm black. Shout out to T.S. Madison. Light skin, dark skin, beige, fluorescent beige, bitch, I'm black. If there was a motherfucking race war, bitch, I definitely ain't gonna be stood next to Nair, blonde hair, blue-eyed, pale skin motherfuckers fighting. They won't accept me. I run to their camp, I'm dead. So I'm black, proudly, with these braids, with this skin. I am deeply offended as well to see that these big organizations, these big boy agencies, which one would aspire to be signed to. Oh, I want to be signed to Curtis Brown. Oh my God, I'd love to. No, not no more. Because these kind of people and these companies are happy to profit off of their actors, off of their talent, off of whoever they bring on board, whoever is all the black people out there making them the checks. But when the shit hits the motherfucking fan, all they can do is post a statement saying, oh, this is bad, and turn off the comments. No, you need to be doing so much more than that. And the fact that petitions have been made that have had over maybe 9,000 signatures now, and you've all still remained silent. Fair enough, Jamie Lloyd Company, they did put out their little statement. But Curtis Brown haven't done shit. Curtis Brown. I believe that everyone, not just the black people on their book should have spoken up about this. Not just the black people, but everyone on their book should have definitely spoken up and said, this isn't acceptable. Curtis Brown, what are you doing? Because if not, I'm going somewhere else. I don't want to be represented by someone that isn't going to speak up for me. I don't want to be represented by someone that isn't going to let the wider community know that, you know what, this is something that we do not stand for. Because it's all well and good. At this point, it's all well and good speaking to Francesca, and I really hope and pray that she has had certain conversations and she's been compensated and she's been offered the thing. Because these companies, after all of them awards that the Jamie, I was going to call it the motherfucking Jamie Oliver, the Jamie Lloyd Company, all them awards they won, I know they got bank. So I hope she's been offered therapy. I hope that she's been offered rides to and from rehearsals to ensure that she is safe. Yeah. I hope she's been offered coins. More coins to make her stay, because if that was me, you've not been backing it like that, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I hope she's had all the things that she needs from them. But this is actually, at this point, far greater than just our baby girl, Francesca. It's far greater than that, because it's every black girl. It's every black person in the industry. And the companies and the organizations representing them or putting them into work that are seeing the racism and seeing the hate and thinking a couple paragraphs is enough, but not actually physically calling out, not actually letting us know how they are going to stop this when it comes to the show coming to the theatre. What things are they going to put in place? What are they actually going to do? When you say it's not tolerated, if it happens, what do you do? I need to know. As someone that's going to invest in your show and purchase a ticket, I need to know. As someone that would want to be represented by an agency like Curtis Brown, I need to know. So really, it's shame. I need a bell. The bell of shame. If I had a bell, insert sound clip. Ding, ding, ding. It's really giving the bell of shame for both of those entities. Because Curtis Brown have many a black actor, non-white actor, non-white creative on their books. And the silence of those actors that aren't calling out their agency as well is giving, as long as I've got my check, I'm good. I'm going to be quiet and just keep it moving. No, like, you need to be doing more. And in this day and age, you can't be silent about it. And like I said, that one little itty bitty statement wasn't good enough. You've got Viola Davis tweeting about it all the way from the States. But you, Curtis Brown, you, Jamie Lloyd, you've had nothing else to say. There's been no press about it. Someone from HR were on their phone and did up, okay, yeah, we don't accept this. This is really bad. We're just having a really lovely time in rehearsals. This is not fair. We don't tolerate it. Not tolerated. Come and see the show. We're having a good time in rehearsals. Turn off comments. Because they don't want to conversate. They don't want to have a conversation about it. Have a conversation about it, babes. Have a conversation about it and do more and do better. Because right now, yeah, it's not looking good for their reputations for me. Yeah, it's just not acceptable. Not acceptable. And furthermore, when earlier on I was telling you about the awards, the Olivier Awards. Now, I was there. And Jamie Lloyd himself, who, like I said, his previous show was Sunset Boulevard. He was nominated, or his shows were nominated. And it was really ironic because earlier on in the show, before he got up to speak, now this is tea. This is tea. I don't know if they said all of this when they showed the program on ITV. Before Jamie Lloyd got up, a black girl actress, disabled, she came up in a wheelchair. I can't remember what it was for. I think she was presenting an award. Had said, you know what, we don't get paid enough. Like, his blood clot hard out here, and everyone was like, yeah, gee, like, speak the things, keeping it real at the Oliviers, you know how we do. And protect black girls at all costs.
Protect black girls, protect black women, protect black actors, protect black joy.
And everyone was clapping, including Jamie Lloyd. I thought, wow, isn't it ironic? Protect, because how? How are you found it very interesting that she said that and you're clapping. But yet, when you were in a room, well, there wasn't that many black people there. I saw a couple of my black people and, you know, we shook hands and said, this crowd was very white this year, isn't it? It's very white this year. When my guy Jamie Lloyd got on stage to collect the awards, I had to look at my man and he was like, Myles, don't say anything, please. Because I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to heckle. I wanted to say what was what. But you know what? I thought, let me respect my man. Like I said, I'd moved from my box to his box. I was with his people. I didn't give a fuck whether if he were there, I would have said it in front of all the motherfuckers that was in that box with me, whether they own theatres or not. Because I'm going to stand on what I say and be unapologetic about it always. But I thought, let me put my man first. Okay. But Choo Choo, black Nigerian producer, was in the box next to me. So when we seen him get up on stage, I also clocked eyes with him and let's see what this Jamie Lloyd is really going to use this platform to do. Like, this moment where he's accepting this award for his show, especially when the things have been said about let's protect black girls at all costs. When things have been said, how are you going to use this platform? How are you going to demonstrate that post that you said where you don't tolerate it and it's such a big deal? And all of these words that you posted, how are you going to show us in real life? Because we're here now. We're at the Olivier's hole. We're here now. I can see you in the flesh. Talk the things. How are you going to use this to address something that you so allegedly are not here for? You don't condone it. Nothing was said. Absolutely nothing was said. And some people might say, oh, but it wasn't the time. When is it the right time to speak up against black women being subject to hate and racism? When is there a right time? Better yet, when is there a wrong time to stand up for black women? Jamie Lloyd can tell you when, because he thought that was the wrong time to do it, obviously. Obviously. And then it just makes me think about the other people in the cast. Because everyone knows about it. Like I said, Viola Davis fucking knows. There's been think pieces. There's been a lot. Everybody knows. but no one wanted to say anything. Now, I'm not going to give him the belt because I've got other motherfuckers that I want to give the belt to. But if I had the time today, I'd give 2 belts, and it would be to him, and it would also be to Chris Brown for not speaking up and doing more about it, and for not showing us and using this as a teachable moment to set an example of how things like this should be handled. And it's not just a post. It's not just a post, because we've seen in 2020 when all of you man was posting up the black squares, that post actually didn't mean shit, because we're still fighting the same fights. We're still doing the same things. The struggle is still struggling, and there are still black actresses out there trying to earn their money, booking jobs that are being subject to loads of hate and racism online. And what are they getting? Exactly what we all got in 2020. Exactly what George Floyd got in 2020. A social media post. Let that set in. So yeah, not for me. Some people are going off at Tom Holland as well, because apparently he has, well, I know he hasn't said anything about it either, but he's got a black girlfriend. Mr. Tom Holland himself has a black girlfriend and didn't say anything about it. And even if he didn't have a black girlfriend, I think, as you know, it's not called Juliet. The show isn't called Juliet. It's not called Romeo. It's called Romeo and Juliet. That is your partner. And if someone comes out and speaks up against your partner, your fellow actor, the person that's helping you steer this ship, if someone is like cussing them out and you don't do anything, again, when you're silent, it means you're complicit. So I feel like they all failed. I feel like they all flopped, and they all could have and should have done so much better, especially after what we've been through over the last 4 years since 2020. But these people, they just think, you know, a little social media post and turning off the comments is good enough. It's not. And yes, things may be happening behind the scenes that we don't know about, but we need to know about it. And not just for us, but it's for the racists that are doing things, so they can also see and understand, oh, it's not just a social media post. They're putting in measures, that things are happening. That one social media post got lost. Nothing happened. Nothing happened from it. Nothing happened from it. Tamara Lawrence did something about it. She made the, not the questionnaire, but I'm forgetting now. What's it called? She made the petition that got the attention of people, that got people involved. Because to make change, we need each other. We need community. Turning off comments, preventing. Yeah, you prevented maybe some more hate, but you prevented the conversation from happening where it needed to happen, which is where the hate was happening. You fucked it. You fucked it. So yeah, that's my piece, and that's my take on that whole situation. Very disappointed that at all parties involved. I'm sending my love to Francesca. I did send her a DM. I hope that she got it, and even if she didn't want to respond, that's absolutely fine. But bitch, I'm here for you. I will be there on opening night. Hopefully Jamie Lloyd is there, and one of your agents from Chris Brown is there, so I can let them know how stank that I think they are, that they should have done a better job, and that next time, if they're blessed enough to have another black actor or actress leading one of their shows, if this was to ever happen to them, I hope that they are. Again, I hope that person is filled with a bit more confidence and treated a lot better, and that they handle the situation publicly, because it was a public issue that affected everyone. I hope they handle it a lot better, because this one, it weren't it, bruh. It weren't it. Speaking of what else isn't it, drama. Now, earlier on today, I was asking the listeners, you guys, what you would want me to talk about. And one of the things was, let me go have a look back. Thoughts on all these rap beefs. So, girl, Chris Brown and Quavo. I didn't even realise that there was beef like that. I didn't even realise that there was beef like that until I started seeing Chris Brown's diss track to Quavo. I can't play it on the show because of copyright reasons, but go listen to it. But when I say Chris Brown, I low-key feel like he's a part of the LGBTQ community. Because the way he read, I don't know a straight man that can read a bitch. I don't know a fully straight man that can body and read and drag a bitch the way he dragged that bitch. And there were some things that I thought were a bit too far in his rap song. Because let's not forget, Chris Brown is also a singer. R&B singer. He's an R&B singer. And he came on that track and rapped. And fucking lyrically bodied Quavo. Even at the end of the track, he was like, how you feel? You just got bodied by, or you just got, what did he say? You just got cussed, or not even say cuss. I know you guys are probably singing it and thinking, yeah, Myles is this. But yeah, you just got done by an R&B singer. How'd you feel? In a rap battle. I thought, wow. Not Chris Brown saying, you know, I was fucking your bitch while you were still with her. Talking about Sweetie. Now, Sweetie's fine. Sweetie is fine. But I don't know how I feel about, like, this how I'm getting old. Because before I'd just be like, ooh. And I still was like, ooh. But at the same time afterwards, I was like, are we glorifying sleeping with someone's partner while they're in a relationship? Like, Chris. But I get it. It was below the belt. All of it was, well, not all of it was below the belt. But there was a lot of things that were below the belt. And that had me really thinking, oh my God, Myles, yeah, you getting old, child. You getting old. But I was still like, shit, Chris, you ate. I put on my younger hat and my rap beef hat. And I thought, yeah, Chris, he's a talented motherfucker. He can act, sing, dance. And now he's rapping out here, bodying motherfuckers. Bodying them. But the beef, I don't know what the fuck had started it. I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I don't know what the fuck started it. But Chris Brown definitely gave me cis energy. And I was here for it. I was here for it. I want to hear more of him rapping. I don't think Quavo's going to come back. And if he does, again, I only know a few of the Migos songs. I don't know if Quavo's got any music just by himself. Maybe he does. I don't know. But I've never heard like a Migos song and been like, oh yeah, lit. But I heard that Chris Brown rap and I said, wow. Even, not Queen Latifah, Jill Scott even came out and said, yeah, fire. And now when I say, like, he was really going, when I say he was going below the belt, obviously, Migos was a band of three male rappers. One of them passed away. I think it was, who passed away? But one of them died. One of the members of Migos died. And not Chris Brown saying, when he died, everyone wished it was you, Quavo. Instead, I said, fuck. I said, Jesus. Whoa. From the fucking of your missus, to the people wish you was dead, to the you just got bodied by a R&B singer, to him talking about the drugs that you are on, even though Chris Brown really can't be talking about being on drugs, because a few years ago, in your gaunt days, Chris, but he's been looking at a lot more healthy now. But yeah, the rap beef, as long as it's keeping me entertained and no one's actually gonna get shot or harmed, you know what, I'm here for it, because I was enter-fucking-tained. That rap, like, Nicki Minaj was in a rap beef. I feel like she was always in a rap beef, but she was in a rap beef a couple months back with Megan. And she released that song where she sounded high as fuck on it. And it didn't slap. I didn't listen to the bars and go, ooh. And I'm sorry to my Nicki fans. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. But the bitch didn't eat. The bitch's pen was whack. It was dead. The flow was okay. But like the words, I wasn't like, ooh. But literally every other sentence when Chris Brown was spitting on this beat, I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. It was a lot, bruh. Like, if I was Quavo, I would either cry or need to fight him. And if I was good with my pen, then I would probably do that first. But might shed a tear first, because when I say Chris really came for blood. Wow. Listen to it. So my thoughts on this rap beef, I find it entertaining. And that's the tea. I find it entertaining. What else did I say I wanted to discuss with y'all? Ooh, okay. Right, so Beyonce. My girl Beyonce. So, obviously she's released her hairline, Sacred, yeah? And everyone's gagging over it. I am personally, if anyone from the team, Ty Hunter, you know, you've been on this show, girl. Come on, hook me up. I sent you a message. Get back to me, babes. I need to be trying it out. Once I've taken out these braids, I want to do a little wash day. I want to do a little sacred wash day. Take out my braids, get the close-ups, do the scalp, do the things. Oh, yeah, I want to do that shit. But yeah, everyone, like, a lot of people was hating on Beyonce, saying, well, yeah, but she wear wigs. Like, how's she bringing out a hairline and she ain't even ever got her natural hair on? She don't even have no hair. She bald underneath them wigs. Daga, 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 daga. When I say the haters were silenced, the haters were left stunned and gagged. Because the other day, Beyonce Giselle Carter went onto her World Wide Web and posted the tutorial and the vlogs of all vlogs where she was getting her hair washed. And my baby girl made sure the camera could see the root. You could see the root. My girl said, yep, pulled the thing apart. You saw scalp, bitch. Scalp. Beyonce's scalp, root. And she went like this length. The hinges. I know it was a bad day when she posted that for all you haters that I've not only been saying since she brought out the hairline, but been saying about Beyonce for years about, oh, she ain't got no hair. You guys, what? I know you're going to say is AI. I know you're going to say is that. But for those of you haters that at least have sense, accept defeat, accept humility, succumb to humility, accept your hater, and apologize, bro. Apologize. Because that girl's hair, Beyonce's hair is thick, healthy, and she even said, like, yeah, I've been dyeing this shit for 20 years, and look. Gagged. If that shit didn't make me want to, if I didn't want to try Sacred already, then after watching that vlog, I need to try it even more. But yeah, that was the best ever indirect I've ever seen posted on social media of all time. Not her saying it's a misconception that people that wear wigs don't have hair underneath them, but that's not your business. I thought, yeah, let them know, girl. Let them know. Let them know. She really said, and then got to blow drying it out to the point where at the end of her video, where the hair was fully styled and looking lovely, I would have just seen that post and thought, oh yeah, cute wig. Bitch, that was a her. That was a her. I know that she probably just wears the wigs for like when she's doing choreography, when she really wants maybe a really like blonde colour where you don't want to do too much colour on the hair. Or the heat, all the time with the heat. And if she's doing choreo and you out here sweating, girl, you're going to end up looking mad afterwards. Because we all know with curly hair, the moisture gets to it. It's a mad one. It's a madness. So the wigs make sense for when she's on tour or performing and stuff like that. But bitch, Beyonce Giselle Carter has got length. And all the haters were left stunned, gagging at brunch. I know their phone dropped out of their hand when they saw the roots. I know they saw the roots and went, oh. Fuck. Oh. I'm taking a social media break. That's my bitch. And that's why I love her. So yeah, shout out to you, Beyonce, for them inches, girl. Now, I would also like to... one of the other things that you guys asked me to talk about is to give my feedback on a Netflix series that was just released called Baby Reindeer. Now, I watched that, and I love watching things that I haven't read about. Like, or I haven't, like, seen a lot about, seen, like, clips of. Like, I remember that the whole me not knowing what I was about to watch, be it a film or a series, came from this time when I randomly took myself to the cinema and I just watched a film. I didn't know what the fuck it was about. It was Shutter Island. That was it. And I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a twist at the end where it turns out everyone, I think, was lying to him and the world was like fake or whatnot. But because I didn't know that was coming, everyone else in the theatre probably knew that. So when they're watching it, they're like, oh yeah, like this is all made up. This is all made up. Like this isn't real. I thought it was real. So when the twist came, my neck was gone with the wind, because I really didn't see it coming. So not only did the character then have this mad, like, fuck, what's going on? I too was just like, what? Like, what did I actually just watch? So I love to watch these things now without too much content. Like if I'm watching context, sorry. So if I'm like going to watch something on Netflix, like I might watch the trailer, but I'll always get like 6 seconds in. And if I like it, I'm like, no, stop the trailer, stop. Like, I don't want to see. I don't want to know. I want to go on this journey and experience all of it, like, for the first time. So I didn't know what the fuck to expect with this Baby Reindeer shit. So I went on a motherfucking journey. I don't know if you, man, have seen fucking, and I say man, gender neutral. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it definitely took me on a journey and definitely had me feeling real like, oh, because I've never really had a stalker. Never had a stalker. But very graphic. I want to commend the actors first and foremost. The girl that played Martha, you did your big one, sis. You did your big one with that. You played that very well. Everyone did. The trans girl, the guy, what was the guy's name? Anyway, Baby Reindeer, I can't remember his name. But he was incredible too. The whole series, it covers many different themes, from being stalked, like stalker syndrome, mental health, because Martha definitely had something wrong with her. But I also feel like the main character, the guy, did as well. Low-key, you know, he spoke about things that had happened to him, sexual abuse, a trigger warning, rape was involved, drugs, like hard drugs, essentially homelessness, poverty, like the struggles of an artist or just a creative, like a lot. And it goes into detail about all of them. So it's a lot to take on. It really is a lot to take on. And I could probably watch it again and see different things. But one thing I did want to talk about was how I ended up liking Martha, who was the stalker. I definitely was a bit frightened of her because of her, like the fact that she was like stalking this man and waiting outside of his house and like always there. And despite from the jump, we know, oh, she'd been convicted and she can be aggressive. The fact that it was, you know, this white woman, like big girl, she's a big girl. She comes across loopy, but she's always smiling, a bit odd. I thought, yeah, she's definitely crazy. Like, I definitely not want to like go meet up with her. But there was something that was likable. I don't know whether it was a vulnerability. I don't know what it was, but there was something that did allow you to like her. And there was also something that made you feel sorry for her. Maybe the mental health thing, because you could see clearly she's not okay. But I just knew after like looking at things online and seeing the discussions around it, you know, everyone's talking like I'm talking now, is that had the roles have been reversed and it was, you know, the man stalking the female and like flirting with him and doing all of that, if the roles were reversed there, it would be a different story. Add race onto this. I know you're going to be like, oh, it's not always about race, but you're watching or listening to Get the Belt podcast, bitch. It's my show, so I'm going to make it about me. And I'm black, bitch. So I will make it about race, and I'll make it about gay shit, and I'll make it about whatever I want it to be, because it's my show. So if it was not a white woman that was doing this, but if it was a black gay man, or if it was just a black man onto a white woman, all of this feeling sorry for, the likability, the way we've been socialized, and the way we've been brainwashed into demonizing black boys, into really putting way more pressure on men and painting men as predators, which they can be. Women can be predators too. And they're both equally as dangerous. And some, I could even say at this point, maybe women are more dangerous as predators. Because look, we all saw this story where this woman who's had run-ins with the police, been arrested, aggressive, all the things, a danger. We've seen her in this setup. And it's based on a true story, not like Romeo and Juliet. Yeah? It's based on a true story. And in this true story, when the guy that's being stalked by Martha tells his boss, because he works in a pub, innit? He works in a pub full time. And she's coming into the pub every single day, there for hours. When he says, like, yo, she's following me, she's stalking me, please bar her, they say no. They say no. They see her as harmless. Oh, it's just a girl. It's just a girl. That girl fucked up his life. Like, yeah. And could have killed him. At one point in the show, she's like, I'll stab someone. But now the workplace were like, nah. And I just thought, wow, like, this, like, as much as it's entertaining, it really makes you think if, because of the way we view women and men, Martha gets like a blind eye almost. Even him reporting it to the police, we see the extent that he was going there, like with all of these things, like, oh, look at the amount of emails. Oh no. Whereas if that was a man, if that was a girl, sorry, is getting picked up quick time. It's very interesting. And again, that's just the gender swap, but you add race into that as well. Mad. It really speaks about the hidden number of cases that never make it to that never get taken seriously, or never even get logged as a case, where we've had black men, or not just black men, sorry, men in particular, but black men being stalked by maybe another man or a female, and people will just shrug it off. But the amount of times a woman can go, especially a white woman can go and say, this man, look at what he's doing, and shit happens quick. Because those white woman tears, honey, to a police officer, those white woman tears. I have a nigga locked up like that. But yeah, very, very interesting piece of theatre, of TV. There was one scene actually in it where at the end he goes to perform in a comedy club. And the comedy club is actually opposite the Prince of Wales Theatre in London, which is where I used to work as an actor in the Book of Mormon. And there's a shot of the actor standing in front of this big sign, which is on my old theatre, about to go to the comedy club. And I thought, wait, what's that sign? And I paused it and I zoomed. And it was the cast list. And I thought, I wonder. So I zoomed in. Bitch, there's my name. Myles Hart, on a Netflix show. Run me my check. Run me my check. Or blur it out. Run me my check. Or blur it out. Lit. So that means I would have been up inside that theatre doing up Hasidiga Evil Wife, whilst he was there filming this show that I was to be then end up speaking about now. But yeah, Baby Reindeer, watch it. Be prepared, because it can get quite heavy. And just think about what message it sends, and what, the differences in danger, and the level of seriousness that gets taken when men come forward about certain problems and how they're not really taken as seriously. And I think that all actually does boil down to sexism, especially misogyny, because it really, the person not taking you seriously, not only are they probably thinking, oh, this person, oh, is a man, he's toughen up, but they're thinking, a woman, she ain't got no power, bro. She ain't got no power. Like, come on, this isn't serious. Actually, it got pretty fucking serious. But yeah, I really liked it. I watched it in like 2 days. But that's my thought on that. Oh my God, it's getting late. Talked about that. UK Thanos, right. What is her name again? So basically, I had seen this one interview on YouTube, UK Thanos, with... what is her name? Oh, what is your name? UK Thanos' real name? It ain't coming up here. But basically, I had seen this interview with this black girl. And this young black girl. Bristol baddie. Talking about how she's got bait on Snapchat for being a prostitute. It was really funny interview. She was with this older, more mature black woman who was actually being a bit brash with her. And the interviewing skills they weren't really that present. I mean, it was entertaining as fuck, but because it was so wrong. Like, it was like, she was giving judgmental. It was giving she disliked UK Thanos, the girl that she was interviewing. Now, I need to find the UK Thanos' name. But I just wanted to discuss it because, number one, I'm a big fan. I think Tamello, that's her name, Tamello. Big up yourself, Tamello. If you're watching this, I'm from Bristol too. I know that you come to London to do your business, to do what you need to do. I want you on this podcast, babes. I want you on this pod. Can I speak? I want you on this podcast so we can chop it up because I love the way this young black girl, I think she said she was 20, early 20s, 22 maybe. She stood and stands on her shit unapologetically. And I fucking live. Owning her sexuality, owning her career as a sex worker. In the original interview, she was a bit reluctant, but I found it endearing. It was like I saw her go on a little journey where she was like, oh, I want to be about it, but I'm on camera and this is obviously about to blow. Like, my stuff has just been blowing, which is why this lady who's actually treating me like a dickhead got me on her show. But by the end of it, she's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm a sex worker and this is what I do. And I get pee. I get the pee before. Like, I run my shit. This is how I do. And I just thought, yeah, this girl is so clued up. She's intelligent. She's funny as fuck. And she's walking in her truth. And no matter how many people, including the interviewer that was trying to bad her up online as big woman, even if she was trying to, and other people were going to be trying her online, Tamello has said countless times on her Snap and Instagram, you know, I get so much hate from like these aunties or these mothers, like, but I'm doing me and I'm not hurting anyone. The only people I ever come for are these men that fucking try me. I live. So, baby girl, I just want you to continue doing what you're doing. Continue standing in your truth. Be safe though, girl. Be safe. I need you to be safe. You seem like you got your head screwed on, but niggas can be crazy and so can these bitches. Okay? So be safe, but I just want to let you know, I stand. Girl, I stand, my fellow Bristolian. My fellow Bristolian, keeping it real, keeping it authentic. Not like whitewashing nothing, not like making things acceptable, socially acceptable. No, like, because at the end of the day, what is socially acceptable? At one point, a black person sitting anywhere they wanted to on the bus wasn't socially acceptable until Rosa did up, pop, 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 and then now we've got this. So sometimes you need to do pop, pop, pop. Sometimes you need to shake the table. And I feel like that's exactly what she's doing. And I love table shakers. Because I'm a table shaker myself. Hey, you baby, shanama. Spirit. But yeah, shout out to you, UK Thanos. come on the show. What else did I want to talk about? Spoke about that already. Also, I Kissed a Girl is back. Okay, let's keep this brief. So obviously, I don't know if you know, but I had been covering I Kissed a Boy, which is like the UK's first ever gay dating show that was on BBC Three last summer. And Shabomi, the black boy that was on it, one of the black boys with the long hair, very handsome man, came on to Get the Belt podcast to talk about his experience, and we chopped it up. We had a real kiki. I might get him on the show actually to talk about this I Kissed a Girl, which is the lesbian version. Danny Minogue is still presenting. I didn't get why she was presenting on the first one. I didn't ever know her to be an LGBTQ DL ally or member of the community, but there's a lot about the white gay culture that I don't really know about. Like, I don't. So maybe that's a thing for them. But anyway, also there wasn't a prize last year. It was just like, you win and whoop. Hopefully you get a deal with Grindr or some, I don't know, like there was no prize. I think the prize was you get to go home with the person that you coupled up with. Now you are together and now you're happy. Here's your happy gay life and your relationship and your love. I don't even know if they are all still together. I know Shabomi's not with his boyfriend. Oh, T. But, yeah. Like I said, I don't know too much about lesbian culture and lesbian things, so I'm interested to see how they navigate. I know them like gays. I know they've got they've got their studs and they've got their femmes. And studs are like the mask presenting ones, and the femmes obviously are the more cunt, the more pussy, the more feminine roles or presenting one in the relationship. So I'm interested to see the things and to learn the things. So I'm going to get Shabomi on and see who else I can get on to talk about that, because I'm interested. But yeah, I hope they got a prize other than the vagina at the end, because you can get that on a night out without having to do all of this. But I guess following account will go up, the followers, the platform. But I just feel like Love Island, I swear they get a big cash prize. I swear they get a cash prize, or at least a guaranteed deal. And I feel like, why don't the gays and the lesbians deserve the same? Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching that and talking about that. Excited for it to see what I learn and see what the lesbians have got to give. Otherwise, I feel like that was it for MylesMeasures. Yeah. Off the top of my head, there was a couple more questions. So that's it for MylesMeasures. And we will now go into questions. So you guys had sent in some on the Instagram. Do you know what? Before I get into that, let me change up this. Let me check, because I don't know. Look at what my sign can do. Because some people say, oh my God, you've got a different sign. No, it's just one sign, but look what it can do. It's giving LGBTQ. It's giving your sign could be LGBTQ. Let me come down, man. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. Yeah, lit. But let's go with... Let's go for yellow. Let's go for yellow, baby. Right. Living my life like it's golden. Golden, yeah. Right, let's go. So questions. Right. I'm going to quickly go through some of these. Right, so this is from... I hope you don't mind me saying your name. Like I said, you need to let me know if you want to be anonymous. I want to know your name. We gotta be anonymous. That was a tune. Right, so this is from JC. This is Instagram. JCAR Fig. J Car Fig. Talk about your hair care secrets and give us tips to get a gorgeous curly hair like yours. Well, if you ain't got curly hair, you'll need a perm. Mine is natural. Mine comes from my mama, honey. Like I said, she's Nigerian, so she got that kick. But yeah, my hair, I can't even lie. I've actually not been treating it that well. I've been really looking after it the last like 4 months. After I'd gone to my good friend Kevin Shanty, celebrity hairstylist and hairdresser who used to do my hair quite a bit back in the day. But for some reason we hadn't seen each other live. And it'd been a couple of years and he'd like, you know, wet my hair and then started to brush it out and was just like, girl, sis, you're thinning. I said, like it was something that I knew, but like to hear it from someone else that was a professional, I was just like, oh, you're thinning and like you're starting to recede here. And I've already got a widow's peak me, like it runs in the family. But it really, like if I looked at pictures from 6 years ago, it's given I said no. And he said, yeah, you better go to Belgravia Clinic, girl. So I went to Belgravia Clinic and like they said, yeah, you need the things, minoxidil, which is something which helps the hair follicles grow back. It sends the blood there and all the things. And then finat, another tablet which stops this certain chemical reaction that happens a lot in men that stops your hair from growing and starts this balding process. So I was like, okay, I didn't get their stuff because it was too expensive. I thought, nah, fuck that, when I can get it for cheaper. And I started I reached out to some brands. And so they're like helping me with the regrowth. But when he said that, I realized, you know what, for the longest, I've actually not been taking care of my hair. Like in a sense that like I've not been doing the deep conditioning and like doing my like greasing my scalp, because for the most part when I was in the Book of Mormon, I wasn't allowed a certain like anything, like my hair couldn't be too stylized. Like I couldn't do much with it. And I kind of just got into the habit of not looking after it because I needed to, but like not for the show. I didn't. Like the more shit it looked for the character, it worked. So unfortunately that has, I think, had a bad effect. So I've really got back into greasing my hair, my scalp, using like my curl creams, putting in my leave-in conditioners and doing all the things. And I've missed it, just being at one with my hair and, you know, getting my braids again and letting it like just grow for a bit without being brushed out and like just letting it rest. But some of the products that I use, I want to say, because I want to share the glory, but like the brands aren't paying me. And okay, I'm going to tell you the brands I use, but I'm not going to tell you what I use. But to help with my curls, things that are good for like developing a curl and like really helping with the curl pattern. Curlsmiths, I'm not going to say what, but I do use their products. And Moroccan oil, the brand, not the actual thing. I have used Moroccan oil in the past, but for the most part I won't use that. I like to use curl creams and stuff. The only times I really use oils is if I'm like blow drying my hair to put it in a braid, and I'll put it on there first just so it's got moisture. But for the most part, oils don't really work for my hair unless I'm slicking it back. But if you want the curly texture, then yeah, I think, yeah, Moroccan oil, their curl stuff is nice, and Curlsmiths. Yeah, and I use a diffuser. One thing I swear by, and anyone with curly hair, I swear by a diffuser. Like, get your hair wet, like just squeeze it out so it's not drenched. Get whatever curl products you use, run it through there, like quite a lot, but you'll know the amount for your hair, like to not make it too greasy or whatnot. Run it through it when it's wet, then get the diffuser, and it takes a while, but then diffuse it, and the curls just, oh yeah, lit. These braids do need to come out though. Shout out to Ella, my good friend, my good girl who did my hair for the Oliviers. Oh, period. But yeah, those are the products I use for my hair. Next question. So genuine thoughts on Kali Uchis and Anita, hidden gem singers. So I didn't know who these hoes were. This comes from UK UK Brasileiro Startups. UK Brasileiro Startups. So I actually know who they were, and I listened to them on the way, briefly. Now, Kali Uchis, I seen her do this one video where she was singing with her pregnant belly out. And I didn't clock until like at least 15 seconds in that she was also speaking in Spanish. I thought, yes, girl. Not my Latina. I don't know where she's from, whether she's Espanol or South American or Latino or lo que sea. Yo no sé. I don't know. But I know she was speaking in Spanish, singing in Spanish. I thought, yeah. The vibes was vibing. I liked the feel of the track. It was lit. It was real lit. But I don't know who she is, but I'm definitely going to listen to more of her. I liked her vibe. It was a cute vibe. But Anita, never heard of. And I put one of her songs on YouTube, but it gave me like white girl pop. And yes, she was singing in Spanish as well, but it gave me bubblegum, and I'm not really a bubblegum kind of nigga, me. Yeah. Best apps for dating and best app for hookup in the UK in 24. Just real responses. This is from Jay Carfig again. Not you wanting to get your hair done and then do dating or hookup apps. Now, so it's been a long time for me. It's been a long time for me since I was in these streets, honey. I'm taken now. I'm happily married off. Very happily married off. My man, oh, I love my man so much. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my nigga. But dating apps, what I used to use was Hinge and Tinder. Now, I didn't get my boyfriend from none of them apps. And I was on them apps heavy for a long time. But I found that I did get a bit addicted to them. Like, in a sense that I was, like, it would get to the point where, like, there was no one left on Hinge. Like, I'd have to wait for more people to join because I'd said no to everyone. I also paid because I wasn't about to waste my time. So I think it was, I paid a certain amount so I could only see people that liked me. I think it was. But I was real picky, babes. I was real picky. So there'd be a couple of people that I would like chat to, but then by the time it got to us matching and actually talking, I did meet up with some, but then I'd meet up with them in person and then they didn't look the same or the energy wasn't there. But yeah, Hinge, Tinder, I don't know if there's any more because like I said, taken, babes. I'm cooking for my man. I'm dicking my man down. He's dicking me down. And we going on holidays and we on red carpets together and we fighting together, but we making up together. Yeah, shout out to my babes. Yeah, but dating, Tinder and Hinge. Raya, if you want to connect with someone allegedly like, you know, professional, elite or whatever, you pay for that app anyway just to join. But I don't know anyone who's had any success from that, but... And then hookup, if I'm being honest, Instagram. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100, bitch. Instagram or Grindr. Like, I know you gay. You're a man looking for dick. Because I don't know what straight man is asking for a hookup app. Let me go on your profile and see, even though you can't judge a book. Okay, you don't have anything in your bio. Well, if you are gay, or bi, or pans, or you're looking for dick, Grindr, Instagram. If you are looking for women, Tinder, Plenty Fish, because I was on that as well. And this is dating, Tinder, Plenty Fish. But then also hookup, because girls know what they want too. And then hookup, and also, yeah, Instagram for hookup and dating. But yeah, Instagram is a dating app as well. Instagram is really what you make it. It can be for fitness. Instagram can be for fashion. Instagram can also be about learning how to cook. Instagram is very much also a news channel. But Instagram is also a hookup site. Bitch, the amount of dick and ass I had from Instagram. International. So when you said in the UK, it will work in the UK. Because I definitely got some good from Instagram. Some real good. Because the one good thing about Instagram is you can get more of a story. Who they follow. You know, who follows them. The kind of pictures that they put out there. So you can see if it's just hookups you're into, you can see the body. You can see what kind of energy is there. And if it's dating, you also can see, what do they do for a job? Like, what do they like to do? Like, where do they travel? Are they well traveled? So you can get a lot from Instagram other than just Grindr, which is just a torso pic, which I couldn't fuck with. Like, no. The first thing I would say, face pic. Because I need to see your face. If the face ain't matched the body, and our body is cute, but if the face wasn't facing, I ain't here for it. You gotta have a good face for me. But yeah, Instagram hookup site or Grindr. Happy hunting. Let me know how you get on. And if you've got any stories, let me know, girl. Because I love to hear about it. Because I ain't in the streets no more. So I be on the streets. I said to my man the other day, I run the streets, yeah? But from the sidelines. Like he didn't really like it, but I thought, no, but I still run these streets. I'm just saying not in them no more. Like, I watched, what was that series called again? The Gentleman, which I thought was a bad man fucking series. And the dad of the girl who's in it, her dad is a gangster, but he's locked up. So he ain't in the streets, but he ran everything. I said, I'm like that. I'm not in the streets because I'm like locked up in my relationship and I'm loving it. But I know what's up. I know the tea. So yeah, write in. contact@getthebeltpod.com. I want to hear the things. Right, I'll do 2 more questions. Woohoo. Current top movies and TV shows. I kind of told you the ones that I watched then. Current top songs. Riverdance by Beyonce on on Cowboy Carter. Obsessed with the whole album, but that song Riverdance, really love that. I also really like Tyrant. And there's one that makes me think about my man, and it just makes me get like all in my feels. Baby, I've been waiting my whole life for you and I know that this is really loud on the mic, but that song, oh, beautiful. What song is it? Cowboy Carter. No, that's Tyrant. Now I'm gonna get it for you because you need to know. No. No. 2 Hands to Heaven. I'm not gonna play too much because of copyright, but yeah, 2 Hands to Heaven. Lit. Beautiful. I'll do 2 more because there's done that one. Are you going to Pink Friday 2 tour? Nikki really is that girl. I hope you didn't get offended with me. Now this is coming from Sunny, who I've spoken to a few times. Shout out to Sunny for really supporting the podcast. You write in, like you post about it, and the love is so appreciated. Shout out to you, Sunny. And that is Sunny_Lochab. I think he said he listens with his husband. You listen with your husband sometimes? Cute. I don't know. I'm not going to pay. Because last time I watched her, I went for free. And I was invited by Nicki Minaj's backup singer. I don't know how. I think you've listened to the show for a few years, but her backing singer, her backing vocalist, Keisha Renee, who's on all the albums, every time you hear a bad bitch singing on a Nicki Minaj album, that is Keisha Renee. Country singer in her own right, she's fucking lit. But yeah, she came on the podcast and like we spoke all the things, and like she was beautiful girl, so talented and had some gems to drop. But yeah, I might hit her up, and if I can go again for free, bitch, I'll be there. But I ain't paying to see that. That's no shade. I'm just not paying to see that show because I've been for free. Why would I go and pay? Like I'm not that much of a fan. Happy with Drag Race S16 winner. I don't know who it is yet. And I'm not really a Drag Race watcher like that. I'm really happy to see like my girl T.S. Madison on there. Shout out to you, T.S. And obviously a good friend of the show as well, Jamal Sims. But otherwise, I watch it when my man puts it on. And more times I fall asleep. But sometimes I have watched them and I do enjoy, but I never put it on just by myself. Answer that. Favourite play in the West End right now, and that's the last one. So my favourite play in the West End right now... My favourite play in the West End right now... I've not actually seen a play in a while. I want to go and watch Red Pitch. Play. I've not actually seen a play, in a long time. I can't say because I've not seen a play. But you've inspired me to go out and watch a play when I can. Right, that is it for the questions. And it is now time for the segment where I get to really let some stuff off my chest. It's now time for Get the Belt. Right, so my belt this week goes out to not the bar staff. It goes out to the security in Freedom nightclub. Now, I have been going... Freedom is a bar club in Soho, which I've been going to for years. The staff know me. I very much skip the queue. I know them by name. Shout out to my guy, Chris. Yeah. Chris runs he's the head of security there. But I've been drinking there for discounted or free for a long time. Been getting my wristband, queue jump, my VIP entrance. Like, I've very much been like family there. Like, when I pull up, we know each other. They know me. I've worked in the area, like in the West End. It's a good time when I go there. Like, I know what it is. They know what it is. It's my people. So imagine this one time I go there. I don't go there as much, but when I come through, they know. I come. Of course, I skip the queue. I go there with my man. And we enjoying this little drag show. And then it's getting to the part, like we're sat in, obviously we're sat in VIP. We're very much on the sofas. And it gets to the point where staff and I are starting to come out and go, okay, we're going to turn around, like move the table where your drinks are at. And we're going to move we're turning the seats around so it's not facing the stage, and we're going to close it off a little bit more. Which happens. It does happen, and like that's cool. That's cool, whatever. Anyway, so me and my man are sat. We're sat down. And our drinks are on the table that I got discount for because, yeah. And there's 2 other seats next to us where the people are not sat down. Yeah. And I'm not saying that this is a race thing, but they were white. And me and my boyfriend are not. And they stood up. So their seats, the seats that need to be turned around, are free to be turned without having to move any human bodies around. Their drinks are done or in their hands. So there's also not a table there's also not a glass on any table that the staff will need to pick up. It makes the task of moving the things very easy. However, my guy is like, you need to move. I said, sorry, babes, do it again. You need to move. We're turning around the table. I said, okay, that's fine. Could you do those ones first? Because like we're still sat down, we're drinking, we'll be done in like 5. No. Why? I said, why not? No, we need to move table. I said, yeah, no, babes, hun, I heard you. I heard you. I don't think you heard me. Like, it's fine. Like, we will do it eventually, but could you do that table over there? Because those people are stood up, so you wouldn't need to tell them to stand up and to, like, make them feel any kind of discomfort and, like, stop what they're doing because they're already stood up, so you can do your job and not have to interrupt anyone, like, lit. And by the time we've done that table, we probably would have, the way I drink my tequila, I'll probably be gone by then. No, you need to move around. I said, bro, why are you not doing that one first? Like, why are you not, we're sat. No, but I said, why are you not doing that one first? It's making your job easier. And I got to the point now because I was irate. I was irate because it was so, like, you just want to cause, at this point, you just want me to stand up and be inconvenienced when it's actually more convenient for you to do your job there. Because you ain't got to tell anyone to move. You can just go and turn the table around and turn the chair around right now. So I'm going, why us? Why do you want us to stand up? Why not that one? Why not that one? He goes, oh, good. And he runs off and goes get security now. This is normally when I'd be like, yeah, cool, exactly, yeah, tell him, Chris, or whoever the fuck is there. But this is someone that I've seen there. And he's been there and seen me being cool with everyone else, but we've never really, like, conversed like that. This security guard now is like, yo, bro, you need to move. I was like, sorry, just 1 second, like, I understand that we do need to move and we will move, but like I'm just saying, like, why your colleague isn't going to move that table first and move that chair around first because like they're stood up, like, and no one's there, but why is he asking us to? Like, it just seems a bit weird. Like, we're going to finish our drink and by the time he's done that, it's going to be cool. No, but you just need to do it, bro. You need to do it. I was like, no, I will do it eventually, but I just want to know why. And then he just started to like interrupt me, raise his voice and started to like slap me on my chest, like, come on, bro. And that's when I said, that's what we're not going to do. Yeah. What we're not going to do, no matter how light or how hard you touch me, but from when you're touching and the way you're speaking to me is, no, bro, slap. I said, if you slap me, I will knock you the fuck out. I went there. And maybe I shouldn't have gone that far to immediately do up violence. But from when your man was speaking to me wild, I went and got security. And then when I've tried to explain to you, you're still not seeing the sense. And you're actually putting your hands on me and hyping it to me. Yes, I'm going to say, I'm going to knock you out if you slap me again. Because let's not get it twisted. As me, as a black man, if I was to put my hands on him first and slap him like that, it would be a wrap. So my belt this week goes out to the short man, and I'm short as well, so this isn't even fat shaming, but the short man that tried to get me into trouble by getting the fucking security, and the security guards that didn't do their job and didn't remember who the fuck I was, bitch. That didn't remember, because I had to let him know, bitch, because it got physical, and in the end, I had to get my things and leave because it was about to go off because I wasn't standing for none of this shit. I had to say, babes, like, when you were applying for your job here, when you were sending your itty-bitty application off to Freedom Bar Soho, I was already getting free shots at the bar with the staff, kikiing. You know me. Everyone here knows me. You know I don't cause a fuss here. And you want to hype it to me. Like, come on, smoke. Come on, crud. When you know my relationship with the place where you work at. Before you started working here, I was here. Put some respect on my name. Especially when I've explained to you that there's no pressure. The only pressure has really been put on us. When your colleague could have done what he needed to have done easier and more easily had he just listened to what I had to say when I first asked him, why don't you just move that one? You've not got to ask anyone to stand up. You don't have to move any drinks off of their table. If you just did that, great. But instead you always come on smoke. Probably because you knew I look cute, my man looked cute, and you probably a DL man in this club where there's bare batty boys with their ass out. You want to do what you want to do, you can't do shit. So you want to come and hype it to me who's here sitting pretty with my man looking beautiful, and you mad, ho. You mad. And you thought you did your big one by hollering your people to come. Yeah, they didn't tell me to stay. They had to abide by their colleague who said, you know, apparently I hit you first, so I did whatever when I didn't lay no hands on you, bro. All I did is after you tapped me like this, I said, bitch, you put your hands on me again and I'll knock you the fuck out. Because that's what I would have done. And the bitch didn't touch me after I said that because he knew I meant business. Because he could see I was vexed. Yeah. You get the belt. Your little short friend gets the belt, who started this whole shit. And to be honest, everyone else there that continued to say, right, Myles, yeah, you got to leave here. We know that you're good. We know you're cool, but yeah, just leave. I said, if Chris was here, if your manager was here, none of this shit was run. So yeah, the security at Freedom You guys get the motherfucking belt because you hoes tried it. You hoes tried it. And you tried me. Most importantly, you tried me. And I ain't standing for that shit. All because I asked you to bear with. Because a motherfucker asked you to bear with. Until I speak to Chris, I'm not going there again. Because that shit was out of order. The fuck? Me. Why did you want to ask me and my black boyfriend? Why did you want us to get up and move? Why did you want to come over and smoke? What did you want? What did you want me to just be like, oh yeah, nah. Not me, my G. Not once you've come and slapped up and hyped up your chest. Because me, you'll hype your chest like this and I will do it like this, bigger. I will always. Yeah? And you're lucky I didn't put my hands on you that night because my nan taught me better. But I'll let you know what's what. And had you done it again, it would have been a different story. But yeah. Ooh, the gas, honey. Yeah, my belt goes out to them people, them. That's my belt this week. Wicked. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. Thank you to all of the listeners and viewers that are subscribed and continue to support the show. It means the world. I can't wait to see you guys in May on the 21st or the 22nd. I think I'm there on the 22nd, the Thursday. And I'm there on the Thursday. That is at the podcast show in London. And that is in Angel, Islington. The details are posted up, I think, from today, actually. So hopefully see you there if you've got any other questions. Continue to send in your questions or your suggestions for Melanin Magnificence or people that you want to give the belt to. Has a security guard tried you recently? Send in a message to contact@getthebeltpod.com. But I got a bounce because I am far from my house and it is definitely past the time I was meant to be here until. So, thank you so much again for listening or watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button or follow or wherever you're listening or watching this show. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you share all of those nice things. My name is Myles Hart and I am the host of the podcast that is known as Home of Melanin Magnificence and Kingdom of Motherfucking Belts, where any motherfucker can get it. And this week, they most definitely did. I hope to see you next week. You have been listening to Get the Belt.